Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So I'm working on this. This is the background. So this is where I'm just getting playful. It really doesn't have any intention or what I'm going to make with it, though I do have an intention of making a Florida landscape with lily pads and the sun. But now I'm just getting into the energy. This morning I woke up and the little inner voice said paints. So I'm painting. And as I started um, with inks and then just putting, different colors on there, you know, the inner voice, the inner child started coming forward and just being in joy and bliss of being free to paint, to create, just to have fun. And it is important to do that in your life, whether you're really making a masterpiece or not, because it's very healing. I had a parent that was helping us to do things, like paint by numbers, to be creative, always buying us puzzles, always trying to develop our creative side. But yet at the same time, we would get in trouble for, that didn't come out right, or, you're not doing it right, or stop doing that. And she would constantly start getting into yelling. I'm like, okay, well, why are you wanting us to be playful and creative? And you're going to sit there and yell at us and we get in trouble. So that came up this morning as I am sitting here playing. And so it helps you to bring stuff up so you can see it. And when we hold these things, let me start painting some. um, when we start holding on to these things, or they become wounds, um, and it can take us off our path in life. And so the longest time I didn't do anything creative. And now that I've been doing self-work, working on myself, things are coming up. And enjoying painting is one of them. And it doesn't really matter, what you do as your creativity. Like I'm just following, I'm just playing. I don't have any intention. And even if you just do that, it's very healing and freeing because you're playing. It's allowing. It's not being stressed. It's not being in the mind. It's not, I can't do that. I can only draw a stick figure, you know. So it's really important to kind of just do it, and see where it goes and takes you. Because then we're in the moment of presence. And like I can literally start seeing the sun come up here and then like the water, because I have like some drips going and then like the lines that go across. And so when I did the inks, I turned it on its side so it would run and just automatically naturally create that streaks in that scene. And then just add to it. Right? We don't really have to do, you know, we don't have to be perfect. Things show up just like they show up in our life. Things show up in our paintings. And then once you can see it, We have some green, some over here. I'm going to be letting, once I get this down, covering all the whites, just going to let it dry and then go into the actual painting. But kind of wanted to share that because it's really important. You know, do you remember when you were a child and you got yelled at for creating or doing things? Well, that probably, you held on to that and you probably don't do things that you really actually enjoy. And, you know, just coming back to that and opening that back up. And yes, you might have thoughts that might arise in that, but just be present with it and just find forgiveness in that. Creating is about play. It's not about, you know, that didn't come out right. Not perfect. Nothing is. So I kind of wanted to share that today. And we'll see where this painting takes us. Have a great day.